Walter, what exactly is marriage to you? It's like drinking a Slurpee. First couple of sips are like, boy, it's really good. I'm glad I did this. And you keep drinking, it goes right to your head, and you go, ow, ow, ow.
You have a new book that just hit store shelves, and what's interesting about this book is that you didn't have a ghostwriter. You did it all yourself. Why did you take that route?
We actually started with a ghostwriter, and I went through the first couple of chapters, and I would just tell them stories. It was the same process that most people go through. But then I would read it, and I'd go, okay, hang on. I'm a comedian. This is not what I sound like. This is not my voice.
Wasn't your
These
voice.
are not my jokes. So we threw everything away, and I started over completely. And it was probably the biggest project and most time-consuming project I've ever undertaken.
Because you didn't slow down on your regular performances and such.
We were in the middle of a television show. We were in the middle of touring, going to Europe, and so it never slowed down. I'd take my little laptop with me and literally sit up. You know, I'd walk off stage at 10 o'clock at night and sit there and try and write, or I'd get up in the morning, or I'd sit on the bus. But I wanted to do it that way because I thought, this is the one time to tell my story, and it's 40 years, and it, you know, I was one of those lucky kids that found something and stuck with it, and I never gave up.
Why do you do what you do? Why? Because I enjoy it, and it's the best way I know to make money. You'd hope.
So what is the lesson that you hope anyone who reads your book will get out of your life story?
I guess it's just don't give up. I mean, you have the dreams, and, you know, obviously there's times in life where you go, okay, this isn't going to work out. I'm being a moron. But I never, ever left myself a backup plan. There was only one time, and this was literally right before the first DVD hit, after we begged Comedy Central to put Arguing with Myself on the air, that literally the spending in my family had skyrocketed. The kids were off in private schools. We had big cars. The mortgage was high. I'd done the typical thing. I'd made a lot of money and then spent ourselves to the hilt. And I was literally on the verge of having to sell the house. And then suddenly that Arguing with Myself DVD hit. The club numbers started coming back up, and then we were off to the races.
But the true turning point of Jeff Dunham's career was the introduction of Ahmed the terrorist.
No, it's Ahmed. That's what I said. No, you said Ahmed. It's Ahmed.
And this video clip of his performance posted in 2007, which became viral. Even today, it's the 14th most viewed YouTube clip of all time, with more than 125 million views. That led to more tour bookings, increased DVD sales, more television appearances, and his 2010 film debut in Dinner for Schmucks. Now he's the most successful comedian in America, a New York Times best-selling author, and a Forbes Name You Need to Know in 2011. So what's next for Dunham?
I think the next step right now is maybe some smaller films. I think some kind of Christmas story with Ahmed trying to find what all this joy is about. I think some sort of heartfelt movie like that would be a good project.